This is Packers Nation HQ, and today I want to break down exactly what this moment means for the Green Bay Packers as we look back at the DNA of a legend. When we talk about the history of this franchise, we aren't just talking about names on a wall in the Hall of Fame. We're talking about the standard of excellence that defines the 13-time world champions. To understand where Jordan Love and this current roster are headed, we have to look back at the players who set the tone, the ones who understood that playing on the frozen tundra isn't just a job, it's a calling. Today, I'm taking you back to a pivotal afternoon at Lambeau Field that changed the trajectory of the Green Bay defense for an entire decade. Before we dive into the film and the history of the Claymaker, I want to ask all of you watching to join the conversation and help us grow this community. If you live and breathe Green Bay football, make sure to subscribe to Packers Nation HQ and hit that like button to help other fans find this analysis. From the shareholder meetings to the Lambeau leap, this team belongs to us, the fans. So drop a comment below and let me know, where does Clay Matthews rank on your all-time list of Packers defenders? Your support keeps this high-level analysis going, and I love seeing the passion in our comments section every single day. When I look back at the 2009 season, I see a turning point for the modern Packers. We were transitioning. The Brett Favre era was in the rearview mirror, Aaron Rodgers was establishing himself as the next great field general in the lineage of Bart Starr, and the defense was searching for an identity under Dom Capers. In my opinion, that identity was officially born on October 18, 2009, against the Detroit Lions. We all remember the long blonde hair flowing out of the helmet and that iconic Predator celebration. But before Clay Matthews was a household name, he was a rookie out of USC that Ted Thompson traded back into the first round to grab at 26th overall. People forget that Clay didn't start right away. He was playing behind Brady Poppinga early on. But what I see when I watch the tape of that Lions game is a player who demanded the spotlight. The Packers were sitting at 2-2, coming off a bye, and the atmosphere at Lambeau was electric. There's something about a divisional game against Detroit or Chicago that just feels different. It's that Lombardi time mentality, where every second counts. From my perspective, this was the game where the illusion of complexity that Matt LaFleur uses today on offense was mirrored by Dom Capers on the defensive side. Capers called it his pressure calls, and he unleashed Clay Matthews like a heat-seeking missile. The game started with a literal bang. Jordy Nelson took the opening kickoff 99 yards to the house, though a holding penalty brought it back. It didn't matter. Rodgers, showing that early precision that would define his career, hit James Jones for a 47-yard bomb to put us up 7-0. But the real story, the one I don't think gets talked about enough, was how quickly Clay Matthews dismantled the Lions' offensive game plan. On the very first defensive series, Clay and Johnny Jolly blew up Kevin Smith for a loss. Then Clay did it again on second down. It was a masterclass in lateral pursuit and closing speed. An anonymous NFC North scout recently told me, when you look back at that 2009 tape, you see a guy who wasn't just fast, he was playing a different game. He understood leverage better than any rookie I've seen in 20 years. That's what made Clay special. He wasn't just a pass rusher, he was a disruptor. By the time he recorded his first career sack on Dante Culpepper later in that first half, the Lions looked absolutely terrified. I've spoken with a Packers shareholder who has been attending games since the 1960s, and he told me that watching Clay that day reminded him of the relentless energy of the 1960s glory years, that Willie Davis type of motor that just never stops. It wasn't just about the stats, it was about the fear he instilled in the opponent. When we analyze the tactical depth of that performance, it's incredible to see how the Packers dominated the trenches. We're talking about a defense that held Detroit to 0 third-down conversions. 0. 0 for 10. You don't see that in the modern NFL. They held the ball for over 40 minutes. It was a suffocating, physical brand of football that honored the legacy of Reggie White. Hall of Fame analyst Pat McPherson put it best when he said, Matthews didn't just win his matchups, he deleted the Lions' playbook. They couldn't run wide zone, they couldn't drop back, and they couldn't find a rhythm because 52 was in the backfield before the handoff was finished. I see a lot of that same potential in the way Matt LaFleur manages the current roster. When we see Josh Jacobs hitting the hole or Jaden Reed using his versatility to keep defenses guessing, it reminds me of that 2009 team's balance. That year, Rodgers had weapons like Greg Jennings, Donald Driver, and a young Jermichael Finley. But as great as the offense was, putting up 26 points that day, it was the defense that signaled the Super Bowl run that would follow just a year later. Clay Matthews finished that rookie year with 10 sacks, but that Detroit game was the blueprint. He had 2 sacks that day, multiple tackles for loss, and a pass breakup. He was a unicorn. From my perspective, the way he played the elephant linebacker role changed how the Packers approached the draft for years to come. He was the prototype. We see elements of that today in the way the defense tries to disguise shell coverages in late blitzes. The illusion isn't just for the offense, it's about making the quarterback believe he has time when he actually has a Pro Bowler closing in on his blind side. As a fan base, we are so lucky to have this community-owned structure where we can celebrate these milestones together. When Clay was inducted into the Packers Hall of Fame, it wasn't just about the 83.5 sacks he had in Green Bay, the most in franchise history since they started tracking the stat. It was about the energy. It was about the way he embraced the culture. He understood that when you put on that green and gold, you're playing for the ghosts of the past and the generations of the future. What I see when I watch Jordan Love today is a similar kind of emergence. Just as that 2009 game against the Detroit solidified Clay Matthews as a cornerstone of the franchise, we're watching a new era of stars solidify their own legacies. We're seeing a team that understands the weight of the 13 championships. We're seeing a team that isn't afraid of the cold, but rather they thrive in it. In my opinion, the most important takeaway from that 2009 shutout of the Lions isn't the final score of 26-0. It's the realization that one player, playing with the right intensity and within the right system, can elevate an entire unit. Clay Matthews said it himself after the game. He was just trying to make a big play within the framework of the defense. That humble, blue-collar approach is the essence of Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's the same approach we need to see from this current roster as we head into the thick of the divisional race. Looking ahead, I believe the Packers are positioned to mirror that 2009-2010 trajectory. We have the quarterback, we have the creative play calling, and we have a young, hungry defense, but they have to find their Clay Matthews moment. They need that one game where everything clicks, where the pressure is relentless, and where the opponent leaves the field knowing they never stood a chance. Whether it's a primetime matchup at Lambeau or a gritty road win in Chicago, that's the standard we expect. Thank you for joining me for this deep dive into Packers history. It's important to remember where we came from to appreciate where we're going. This franchise is built on legendary performances and the unwavering support of the best fans in sports. I'll be right here with you, analyzing every snap and every roster move as we chase championship number 14. This is Packers Nation HQ, and as always, go Pack Go!